Yo, this is Talk E. Welcome to the locker room. We talk nothing but basketball. Now, the NBA season is over, but the off season is coming through, and it's starting off hot. I mean, to start it off, first couple of things we've heard is rumors of trades. The first trade is the Bradley Beal Wizards have decided they don't want this team anymore. They don't want to be known as the Bradley Beal Wizards anymore. They are deciding to trade Bradley Beal sometime this summer. They are exploring trade options and they are looking. They might start, changing the team around. They're planning on allowing Bradley Beal to go to a team that can suit him better than the Washington Wizards, and they're planning on starting all over again. Now, what does this mean for both parties? One, for the Wizards, it means you have failed your fans. You have. Any team that has to, rebuild and tank and get a star player and try to build around them and then say they have to trade their star player and start all over again, you have failed. And you have failed your fans. You have failed your organization. You have failed your star player. And you failed yourself. As a GM, as an owner, as any front office employee, you have failed. And failing is not necessarily a bad thing. Some teams have a star player and fail. And then 2, 3, 4 years later, they're back in contention. They're playing for a championship. They are, around the top of their conference, sometimes even the top of the league. So failing is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that now you have to try to regain the trust of your fans, of your supporters, of the people that come in every single game and watch you live, even though they know you're garbage. Even though they know that without the star player putting up 50 points, you guys are going to lose by 50. Even though they know that you have no chance to go anywhere. Now they will come and watch this team without the star player, which is in this case Bradley Beal. The next 2 years is going to be rough for Washington Wizards fans. And some people might be saying, yo, but it's been rough for them. They've been coming here watching this team for however many years and they've gone nowhere. Now here's why, in my opinion, it's going to get worse from here. Although the Wizards have been bad, and although the only thing that they've had is Bradley Beal, they had Rui Hachimura, but they traded him. They had Thomas Bryant, but they traded him. And they're both with the Lakers now, ironically. But they had Bradley Beal. They got him Russell Westbrook. They tried to do something and it failed. It did not work. They didn't get him a great team around him. And the fans came and they watched and, they got to the play-in. I don't think they made the playoffs, but they got to the play-in. And if they did make the playoffs, they got smoked in the first round. But I know for a fact they got to the play-in. The year after that, which was last year, and pretty much every time the season starts, they are around the top 4 until Bradley Beal gets injured. Which is something you can't really control. If he gets injured, he gets injured. Like, what can you do? But when he's there, when he's healthy and the whole team is healthy, they get around the top 4 and they stay around the top 4 and they pretty much start looking like they're going to make the playoffs. They're looking like they probably a second round exit, maybe could go to the conference finals. But then, like I said, Bradley Beal gets injured, and for any team, if your star player goes down and he is your only star player, you're doomed. It's over for you. And this year, they were looking decent with Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma. They just needed a defense and like an identity. And once they got that, they would have been fine. They would have been decent. But the thing is, Bradley Beal is older now. He's around 30 years old. And why is this a problem? Bradley Beal, coming around the age of 30, 31, I think 32, probably even 27, and maybe I'm dragging his age. But he's coming towards the end of his career, the end of his prime. He's probably already hit his peak. So the window for winning a championship is closing. And the window of winning a championship with his Washington Wizards team was never opened to begin with. You saw the light come through the window, but that shit was not open. The window was not open at all. And for him and any other player in the league, you want a championship. You don't want to just be on this team and win 40 games every single year. You don't want to just win 30 games every year. You getting paid all this money. You don't want to just sit there and get paid that money without winning. It's depressing. And I know for everybody that's watching, it's like, oh, but he's getting paid $251 million for 5 years, and he only just finished the first year. He got 4 more years on this contract. And that's fine. But these are athletes. From the moment they picked up a basketball, their main dream was to win a championship. So the fact that you think that money means more to them than a championship, that's something that they have worked hard to accomplish their entire life on every single level. From the moment they started playing basketball, they tried to be champions at any level that they were at. In high school, they try to win the state championship, the state tournaments. When they got to college, they try to win NCAA championships. Depending on how many years you play, it could be 1 championship, it could be 2. But now that they're in the NBA, this is the highest level it will ever get. Of course they want to win a championship. And of course this means more to them than any amount of dollars you can give them. Of course it does. And for him, Lord knows how many years left he has in the league. There's a lot of mileage on his body. There's a lot of injuries. We don't know how long he's going to play in the league for. He doesn't even know how long he's going to play in the league for. But he wants to win. And it's time to part ways, bro. It's time. It's him and Damian Lillard that are the only 2 players that decided to stay with their trash teams and not go anywhere because they have some type of loyalty and integrity. None of that shit matters, bro. You think if the Wizards sat here and found a player better than Bradley Beal, they wouldn't trade him in a heartbeat? Yo, bro. If the Wizards could and Bradley Beal didn't have the no trade clause on his contract, they would get rid of him for a better player if there is a better player on the trade block. It's a business, bro. There's no integrity, there's no loyalty behind this. You don't have the same team every year for you to feel some type of loyalty to them. It's a different roster every year that you have to play with. Who are you loyal to? The owner? You don't even have the same coach every year. The Wizards are so bad, I'll be surprised if they've had the same coach for more than 2 years. I doubt it. So who are you loyal to? It's fine. Get out, go win a championship. At least go try. Man, we see Kyle Lowry win a championship with the Raptors, and he still left them. And he went to the Heat to try to win another one because it was just a better option. Go get a taste of victory, my boy. You don't need the Wizards, bro. The Wizards, they'll figure it out eventually. Because if it was the other way around, they'll tell you you're going to have to figure it out eventually. It's fine. Now, what teams should try to make a move for Bradley Beal? Obviously, the first and the main team that comes to mind, the Miami Heat. Miami, you just lost to the Denver Nuggets. You didn't have enough scoring. You didn't have enough offense. You were lost within your offense. The whole idea of having undrafted players go crazy, it was cool, it was cute, but when it really mattered the most, you couldn't do it. You needed more. You needed somebody who's able to create their own shot and somebody who's able to score on all three levels, like a Bradley Beal. If I'm Miami, I'm making this move. You know why? Because one, Tyler Hero, who's supposed to be my scorer, hasn't been that. This last year was one of his worst years. And then he got injured in the playoffs, the first round against the Bucks. But for the most part, this year was his worst year yet. I don't know how he's going to come out next year. But Bradley Beal, I know what he's going to give me every single year. I know what he has given me every single year. Now, would you want to trade Tyler Hero? No, I wouldn't. I would want to keep him on the bench and keep Duncan Robinson. But then who would you give up for Bradley Beal? I don't know which one of these undrafted guys is getting paid enough to match Bradley Beal's $40-50 million salary that he's getting every single year. But they're going to have to figure something out. Because if I'm them, I'm trying to keep all my guards. I'm trying to keep Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson. And I don't want to get rid of Bam Adebayo or Jimmy Butler. But I do want Bradley Beal. Does that sound realistic? Probably not. But with the way we just lost the finals, I would be making moves ASAP. I would offer some undrafted guys and a couple of picks for Bradley Beal. Right now, hell yeah, bro. For the Miami Heat, that's still missing in the finals, bro. They needed a scorer. They have heart. They have talent. They're scrappy. They can do pretty much anything and everything that they want to do, and they could win any type of way. But they just need another scorer next to Jimmy Butler, because Bam Adebayo is a third option at best. Jimmy Butler is nice, but Jimmy Butler is not Bradley Beal scoring wise. And Jimmy Butler can be a way more productive if they put him as the number 2 and Bradley Beal as number 1 scoring wise throughout the game. Jimmy Butler can still have the ball when it matters the most. And he can still score when he wants to. But leave it to Bradley Beal to give you the 30-40 points a night. And he's averaging last year 23.2 points per season, which is great. Can he do better? Yes, but he's playing with the Wizards, bro. And he was injured. I don't know, bro. Should Miami make this move? I say yes. I say yes. They need this. But anyways, y'all let me know. Chat down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch ya. Safety in my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the 3
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.